I'm Dylan Malloy from ARC Project Marketing. I'm the director. Working on a project at the moment in Palm Beach called Palm Shores, which is a fantastic multi-residential building right on the beachfront on Jefferson Lane. With the Palm Shores sales suite that we provided, we kept it pretty pared back. I'm quite big on providing these virtual experiences to showcase the property. Renders are great, floor plans are great, and having those tangible assets that people can touch is fantastic, but we tie it all in together with that virtual experience, and it really, really does help bring all that collective information together and cement that buyer journey when we're presenting to buyers. So we use Enviz across multiple touch points through a sales journey with a buyer, whether that be initially if we're dealing with interstate buyers that don't have the time to get up to our sales display, we can send them a link or do a virtual appointment with a buyer to really engage them and give them a better experience than just sending them a brochure and some static material that works well, but having that extra level of technology to show them exactly what they're going to get really helps. So that may prompt them to come into the display. Sometimes it can be enough for them to make a decision before coming into the display. Moving into the display, when we're in here, we'll utilize the software. I usually do it towards the end of the presentation. So we'll talk finishes, fixtures, touch and feel, all of those type of things. And then at the end, we bring it all together with that virtual experience, which pretty much brings all of that information that we've discussed through that appointment, and buyers get really excited. Oh, that's what we were talking about there, or I can see the views. It really ties it all together and helps close the sale when we get closer to that endpoint. So the Showcase software, the most valuable thing that we use with that is the seamless presentation software and the ability to mark favorites of the buyer's preferred apartments. And at the end, we can send it to them, something that's unique. And buyers really like that, to be able to scan a QR code or get something automatically sent to them post-meeting, and they can review what they spoke about and what we discussed in the meetings. Having the Enviz integration into Showcase has streamlined the sales presentation journey, essentially. Before, we would have to jump from app to app to use both of those technologies, but having that integrated, when we're presenting, we can run through our sales flow and jump from the renders, floor plans, and then we can jump into the Enviz experience and quite easily jump back into floor plans, etc. if we need to, so it's a much more seamless process. Being able to provide the Enviz experience post-meeting is also a fantastic touch point for someone who didn't make a decision on the day, or even if they have made a decision, once they get home, there's always a lot of questions they have of how did that space look, or what was the finish there? So we quite often send that Enviz experience to them post-meeting, and the buyers can have that journey at home, come back and answer any questions, or if they haven't purchased, they quite often do come back with additional questions based on having that experience at home to review. Being able to send this software or this experience to them post-meeting can become a bit of a shock to some people, because typically they don't expect to be able to take that sort of material home and have that technology at their hands. So to be able to have that same experience that they had in the display and take it home and review that and do it in the comfort of their home is fantastic. I do recommend it to other developers and sales agents. The benefits of having that virtual tour to sort of negate those buyer objections that you do receive with that off-the-plan purchase, that virtual experience takes all of those questions out of the equation. So it's a fantastic tool, and we'll definitely be using it moving forward, and we always speak highly of how much that helps us.